This is part two of sentence fragments. A second type of fragment, the ing fragment. Here's an example. Her expertise being in Taekwondo and Karate. So how do you find an ing fragment? If the only verb in the sentence ends in ing and does not have a helping verb, you have a fragment. While the word being is a verb in the above sentence, it is not properly formed. In the sentence below, notice the ing verb has a helping verb. I was walking toward the galactic transport hub when it started raining. This sentence is correct. Was functions as the helping verb. When added to a verb, ing sometimes makes a verb do the job of a noun. Walking outdoors is my favorite form of exercise. In this sentence, walking is a noun that functions as the subject. Is functions as the main verb. Here's some strategies for correcting ing fragments. Connect the fragment to the sentence that comes before or after. This is the same as the last strategy. Her expertise being in Taekwondo and Karate, she was not hired as a janitor. She performed a roundhouse axe kick, her expertise being in Taekwondo and Karate. A second way to fix ing fragments, you can correct the verb form. So here's some correct sentences. Her expertise is in Taekwondo and Karate. Or, her expertise was in Taekwondo and Karate. A third type of fragment is the missing subject fragment. Here's an example. Security set off the alarm and evacuated the building. Next, closed the entrances. How do you find these types of fragments? The second phrase above is a fragment because it contains no subject. Entrances is a noun, but it is the object of the verb closed. Who or what is closing the entrances is unknown. That is, the subject of the sentence is missing. Here's some strategies for correcting missing subject fragments. First, like the other two examples, you can connect the fragment to the sentence that comes before or after. So, an example, security set off the alarm, comma, evacuated the building, comma, and closed the entrances. In the above sentence, the subject, the acting agent, is security. Here's a second way to fix the missing subject fragment. Security set off the alarm and evacuated the building. Next, they closed all the entrances. So, note that in this sentence, the pronoun they renames the subject, security. And here's a fourth fragment type, the extra information fragment. An example, for instance, comma, canoes and rafts. How do you fix this type of fragment? Well, in these kinds of fragments, the verb is usually missing. Watch out for transitional phrases that signal an example, a list, added details, or information such as those listed in this box. Transition words like also, in addition, especially, furthermore, except, for example, for instance, such as, including, or next. So here's some strategies for correcting extra information fragments. As in all of the other types of fragments, you can connect the fragment to the sentence that comes before or after. So here's an example. Many early adventurers sailed great. So here's an example. Many early adventurers sailed great distance with extremely basic vessels, for example, canoes and rafts. Here's another way to fix extra information fragments. you can add the missing subject and verb. For example, some basic vessels used are canoes and rafts. So there we have seen the many different types of fragments and how to correct them. So now I think you'll be able to recognize and correct sentence fragments when you see them.